Now it's time to introduce her. Reverend Debra Desmarais has lived in San Diego for over 40 years and has studied healing for over 35. Her initial training at the First Spiritualist Church in San Diego included classes in spiritual healing, universal laws, and mediumship. Reverend Debra was ordained at the First Spiritualist Church in October of 1992 and served in many appointments as well as pastor. She has a long history with Harmony Grove, reading at psychic fairs and teaching at institute classes. Reverend Debra has taught many spiritual subjects in psychic development, including universal laws, angel kingdom, tarot, chakra, and aura, and is a Reiki master. She is currently pastor of the First Christian Spiritualist Church in National City, lecturing monthly and offering healing and meditation classes. Her motto is, "We are co-creators with Spirit to express in love and joy the message of our soul. Say yes to God." Let's give a warm welcome to her.
Thank you. Wonderful to be here. And I know my lecture's in here somewhere. Okay. We're into July. And we're looking at July energies today. And we'll be looking at replacing fear with trust, the spleen chakra affiliated with the orange energy color, which is of July energies, of Cancer ray and Cancer astrological sign. Is of orange, and we're starting with Psalm 138, which, oh, they took that away, okay. And, okay, homework, look it up. And with July 4th weekend, we're celebrating freedom from Reverend Emily Davis. Freedom means release, but there can be no release for just one or just a few people. This release must be universal. Do we accept the idea that we must also release our loved ones as well as all other people from the petty restraints of everyday life before we attain the true quality of freedom for self? It is only through freedom that we gain wisdom. It is only through forgiveness that we free ourselves of past errors of judgment, desires, and actions, because as we forgive, we release ourselves and those whom we forgive from the quality of restraint required through the countless lives of purely emotional living. The second aura layer, which reflects from our second chakra, the spleen chakra, 2 inches below our navels. And we're looking at optimism, self-confidence, enthusiasm, courage, and the orange social ray of service to mankind. And they asked me to clarify Angels and Companions in Spirit, which is a wonderful book by Leigh Maggie Garfield and Jack Grant, to teach us of working with our spirit guides and angels, but also, of course, goes first into the basics of the chakras. and it's known as the sacral center, the second chakra. And your basic sense of acceptance or rejection, worthiness or unworthiness, your sense of belonging to a group or family or being alone in the world, your ease or trouble in connecting with God, all of these relate to how well your second chakra is working. Furthermore, through the spleen, the second chakra acts as a pumping mechanism for the physical energy. The first chakra pulls in, and for the emotional energy to which it has access. This is where we're looking at relationships with others also, and the sweetness and joy that we bring to others' lives, or that we accept in our lives. Okay? Recognizing what is truly helping, healing, supporting us in our lives. And that's why we feel through certain situations is that we gain wisdom and start looking, observing at what really is important and priority in our lives as these change, bringing that healthfulness to yourself. In most teachings, orange is a color representative of the spleen chakra, and just went through more things. Let's see. That they're clearing out. Okay. Our spiritual guides, teachers, and angels are helping us through many situations in daily life simply by cleansing our auras and bathing us in certain energies of colors needed by our spirit's balance. And with the here in the healing bowls, it rejuvenates you and is a cleansing for you also. That's why they're so wonderful to have here. Thank you, Maria. And notice what they are showing you. What colors, sights, smells, sounds, feelings you perceive from your surroundings that help you feel peaceful, hopeful, loved. Use these in your meditations to hold on or visualize in your relationship with God. Know your Creator is love and serenity. And are you ready to let go and let God fill you with the attributes of the orange ray? Will you bring optimism into any negative issue and find that silver lining? Do you feel confidence in yourself when you undertake something brand new in your life, knowing that God will guide you and show you your path? Do you have enthusiasm when you start a God project? Like attracts like, the law of attraction also brings enthusiastic people to help you too. And do you invite those willing to help into your projects in your service to mankind? Also welcoming mankind to help in the service of your goal. Often the lessons are in the journey, not in the actual attainment of the goal. And do we have the courage to continue with our promise to keep our commitments through thick and thin? The selfless acts are the joyful ones that we remember as the best. The hardest ones that we've overcome are the most cherished ones. And think about these this coming week as we can look at what price freedom requires: optimism, self-confidence, enthusiasm, courage, service to mankind. All are responsibilities to each other. We are all connected. And these are responsibilities to our Father, Mother God, in our joy of life. Again, from Reverend Emily Davis, our emotional body was created for the purpose of radiating through the feelings, the various virtues of God as blessings for all life. In the countless revolutions of the wheel of life, we have acquired more and more belief in self as being the most important radiation of life, and are now struggling to return to the true conception of being an active part of unified life, love, and light. Our former misinterpretation of free will, free thought, and free action has snarled us tightly into the web of karma, so that we must make a profound effort in this present lifespan to undo the harm that we have brought upon ourselves. We have been learning more of the applications and understanding of the cosmic love, of the cosmic laws that will help us to control the purification of our emotional bodies and to direct the energy to that body, thus releasing a part of the world karma as well. References to Seven Mansions of Color by Alex Jones, Companions in Spirit, I mentioned earlier, and Emily G. Davis. And I'd like to share something with you that came up as I'm always trying to clear things from my computer. I have so much stuff. But I went into a folder and this came up, and they wanted me to share this. This was sent to my spouse Pam from her mother in 2008. And it's called This Is Beautiful. She jumped up as soon as she saw the surgeon coming out of the operating room. She said, "How is my little boy? Is he going to be all right? When can I see him?" The surgeon said, "I'm sorry. We did all we could, but your boy didn't make it." Sally said, "Why do little children get cancer? Doesn't God care anymore? Where were you, God, when my son needed you?" The surgeon asked, "Would you like some time alone with your son? One of the nurses will be out in a few minutes before he's transported to the university." Sally asked the nurse to stay with her a while she said goodbye to her son. She ran her fingers lovingly through his thick curly hair. "Would you like a block of hair?" the nurse asked, and Sally nodded yes. The nurse cut a lock of the boy's hair and put it in a plastic bag and handed it to Sally. The mother said it was Jimmy's idea to donate his body to the university for study. He said it might help somebody else. I said no at first, but Jimmy said, "Mom, I won't be using it after I die. Maybe it will help some other little boy spend one more day with his mom." She went on, "My Jimmy has a heart of gold, always thinking of someone else, always wanting to help others if he could." Sally walked out of Children's Mercy Hospital for the last time after spending most of the last 6 months there. She put the bag with Jimmy's belongings on the seat beside her in the car. The drive home was difficult. It was even harder to enter the empty house. She carried Jimmy's belongings and the plastic bag with his lock of hair to her son's room. And she started placing the model cars and other personal things back in the room exactly as he had always kept them. She lay down across his bed and, hugging his pillow, cried herself to sleep. It was around midnight when Sally awoke. Laying beside her on the bed was a folded letter. And the letter said, "Dear Mom, I know you're going to miss me, but don't think that I will ever forget you or stop loving you just because I'm not around to say I love you. Until then, if you want to adopt a little boy so you won't be so lonely, that's okay with me. He can have my room and all my stuff to play with, but if you decide to get a girl instead, she probably wouldn't like the same things as boys do. You'll have to buy her dolls and stuff girls like, you know. Don't be sad thinking about me. This really is a neat place. Grandma and Grandpa met me as soon as I got here and showed me around some, and it will take a long time to see everything. The angels are so cool. I love to watch them fly. And you know what? Jesus doesn't look like any of his pictures. Yet when I saw him, I knew it was him. Jesus himself took me to see God. And guess what, Mom? I got to sit on God's knee and talk to him like I was somebody important. That's when I told him that I wanted to write you a letter and tell you goodbye and everything. But I already knew that wasn't allowed. Well, you know what, Mom? God handed me some paper and his own personal pen to write you this letter. I think Gabriel's the name of the angel who's going to drop this letter off to you. And God said, for me to give you the answer to one of the questions you asked him. Where was he when I needed him? God said he was in the same place with me as when his son Jesus was on the cross. He was right there, as he always is, with all his children. Oh, by the way, Mom, no one can see what I've written except you. To everyone else, this is just a blank piece of paper. Isn't that cool? I have to give God his pen back now. He needs to write some more names in the book of life. Tonight, I get to sit at the table with Jesus for supper. I'm sure the food will be great. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you that I don't hurt anymore. The cancer's all gone. I'm glad, because I couldn't stand that pain anymore, and God couldn't stand to see me hurt so much either. That's when he sent the angel of mercy to come get me. The angel said I was a special delivery, and how about that? Signed with love from God, Jesus, and me. They put it, let's see, Satan, stop this one. Repost this. This was a repost within the hour, and you've caused a multitude of believers to pray to Jesus, to pray to God for each other. Sit back and feel the Holy Spirit work in your life for doing what you know God loves. When you're down to nothing, God is up to something. It was interesting because Pam's mom was diagnosed with cancer herself years before that, and he didn't share it with Pam, anyone. And then when I went out with Pam one Christmas to see her mother, and she, we found out. And it's so important to share with each other, to have that support, to have that love and that connection with others. And that's what we're here for, especially as light workers. But all of us have that Christ within, have that knowledge of who we are, what we're feeling, and not let that overtake us. Keep the faith, love, and hope always, and nurturing and caring for each other. Stay positive, stay in the light. Know there is a plan. God bless you all, and thank you for being here today.